Good.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Our speaker has come. Welcome, Jayakumar, sir.
Good.
Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Sirajuddin, sir, are you here? Varun? Yes, Varun is in exam, sir. Most of our students are there. They are engaged.
We'll repeat it later.
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay.
Hello, good afternoon.
Okay, good afternoon. Siraj, sir, are you here? Okay, welcome. Welcome, Sri Kumar, sir. Okay. Lot of students are coming today, sir.
I can see already about 75, 80 people.
Yeah. Really, I am admitting. I couldn't even point a co-host. By that time, the entry is coming. Okay. So anyhow, it's a good news. And
Actually, Dr. Rangarajan had put it in 𝗪𝗪𝗕𝗓 group also.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Great.
So I thought
You will have more today.
Okay, sir. Okay. Then, Adil Krishna, you can start. What make someone?
Hello, sir.
Hello, who is that?
I said this is Merlin.
Merlin, you are there.
Merlin
Okay,
can-
you can start. You can trigger it. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you. A warm good evening to everyone. This is the 60th webinar in Aerospace Club webinar session, co-hosted by Government High Secondary School, 𝗪𝗘𝗕𝗓. So, Aerospace Club is a non-profit voluntary organization under Uralungal Labor Contract and Cooperative Society Limited, formed under 𝗬𝗍𝗬𝗓𝗏 sir, former director of ISRO in the year 2016. And Aerospace Club aim at upholding and upbringing young aspirants in the field of astronomy and space technology, along with the membership of 𝗪𝗍𝗨𝗕𝗓 sir and Jayaram sir. Today's session is on human spaceflight research and international space station experiments by Dr. Jayakumar Venkatesan, CEO of Harpy Aerospace India. I welcome you, sir, to the session. I welcome Kuti sir and Shivaram sir, Jayaram sir, and everyone to the session. I welcome each and every one of you to the session. Thank you so much. Next, I'd like to hand over the mic to our moderator, 𝗪𝗍𝗨𝗕𝗓. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Merlin, for your marvelous introduction. And we have been here in the 60th webinar. UL Space Club is conducting these for the past 3 years, and I'd say we are crossing another milestone. That 60 continuous months we are doing these for our students. And really, all of the scientists, teachers, all the people are enjoying this and sparing their time on the second Saturday of every month here. So we are so proud to be here, and in every sessions we are improving our topic, and we are increasing the number of students, and definitely a great number of students are newly joining with these things, and especially the gifted children and our college students. And there is a heterogeneous group that start with even high school to graduate and research level. That's our group, and all these people are enjoying these kind of interactions and new knowledge of this in the area of science and technology, in the space, especially in the field of space. And we are blessed with the presence of Dr. Rangarajan sir and Dr. 𝗫𝗪𝗏𝗏 from former veterans of ISRO, and Dr. Susan Ippen and Dr. Kumar sir and all these people are there with us, and that we are proud. And today we have a great speaker. He's a great young speaker from Harpy Aerospace Private Limited, because we are talking about the International Space Station and aerospace techniques and new explorations. And most of our students are with the role model with them, that Elon Musk. And today we have an Elon Musk of India. We could say that, we can proudly say that, is Dr. Jayakumar Venkatesan. He's CEO of Harpy Aerospace Private Limited India. And Jayakumar Venkatesan is an entrepreneur. It's a new word for our students. If the entrepreneur is already there, it's an entrepreneur. He's very enthusiastically involved in this kind of industry, and Chief Executive Officer of Harpy Aerospace Private Limited. It's a startup in India working on nano satellite constellations. He's a specialist in manned spacecraft training simulations for professional astronaut training and orbital research stations. He's a partner and chief technologist for Synergy Moon USA, one of the finalists in $40 million Google Lunar X Prize. Additionally, he oversees the technological aspects of space exploration projects like the development of Lunar Exploration Rover and extensible Moon and Mars mission architect modules for space stations. He also serves as a director of Space Agency Relations at the Analog Astronaut Training Center in Poland. He is also one of the global experts who has witnessed 3D bioprinter developed by 3D Bioprinting Solutions, Russia, and which intends to conduct the magnetic levitational bioassembly of 3D tissue construct in space. That technology is being implemented most of the research institutes in India. We could probably state that. And I also involved with such a project in NIT Calicut. And it was the first experiment for the printing living tissues in space and was successfully demonstrated on the International Space Station. It's a wonderful endeavor from the part of this Harpy Aerospace Limited. And he was previously the national point of contact India for the Space Generation Advisory Council, which supports the United Nations program on space application in Australia. He's a visionary board member of Upgrade Technology Contest in collaboration with the National Technology Initiative Fund, the 𝗬𝗨𝗪𝗏 Foundation, and the Agency of Strategic Initiatives in Russia, as well as the Deputy Chairman of International Affairs for the International Academy Space Law in Russia. He consults for Global Center for Compliance, Hazards and Disaster Management in Cameroon and 𝗪𝗣𝗭 Space Club, Sierra Leone. He is also served as global expert in space system engineering at World Skills Russia, and is founder of Cygnus Space Limited in United Kingdom. He is also one of the nominated jury member and judge in the NASA's Space App Challenge 2021 and 22 by Paraguay Space Agency. A lot of interventions he has already made, and it would be a very motivating and interesting session for our students. For our convenience, we are making one more arrangement to our program. Definitely there would be a co-host system. Unfortunately, this co-host system today was with 𝗪𝗏𝗔𝗖𝗘 Higher Secondary School, Wayanad. But some difficulty happened in that, especially there is some heavy rain or some other reasons they couldn't do that. So that system is already taken over by the Gifted Children Program and by Government of Kerala in 𝗪𝗪𝗕 Education District. The coordinator, Mr. Sirajuddin, is there, and I invite Sirajuddin to make his comment on behalf of the co-host of this system with your few words. And after that, we will continue. And before that, I invite all the veteran scientists, students, and all the teachers and the common people, everybody, to this great forum of UL Space Club to enjoy the wonderful talk of today. Before that, I welcome Sirajuddin sir to make his co-host talk.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
One doubt.
Yes, be there. You will get your doubt. Yes, you will get your chance to clear your doubt after the talk. Definitely, our guest is there. You can ask directly. Okay, don't worry. Be there.
Now India's economy is reached 3.5 trillion.
Okay. Be there. Be patient and be there. I invite Sirajuddin sir. Yes, before.
I think India's space budget is lower than other nations.
Yeah, be there, Rududev. You will get your answer after the talk. Okay, be there. Be patient. And Sirajuddin sir, are you there?
Why India wasn't spent much money on space agencies?
It's wonderful to see this curious kid with us. Okay, be there. Okay. Sirajuddin sir, are you there? Okay, I think he's not. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome.
Good afternoon, all. My dear 𝗚𝗟𝗨𝗕 sir, Venkatesan sir, and all other respected personalities on the line. I have immense pleasure to get a chance like this on the ULCC webinar series, because it is the 60th webinar, and also Gifted Children team. It is a group of children. It is a group of highly talented students from different schools of 𝗪𝗪𝗕 Educational District. And this group have several times their chance in this webinar series. But today it is special to us as a special part as the co-host. I am very thankful to this ULCC team and also 𝗚𝗟𝗨𝗕 sir. Moreover, today speak it is Dr. Jayakumar Venkatesan sir, and also the topic is very important. I am giving all the supports from the Gifted Children group to in the coming webinar series also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sirajuddin sir, for your kind support and with your children. And he's sending around 200 students in 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 district for the General Education Department. And without taking much more time, I invite our guests, and we are awaiting for your words, sir, Dr. Jayakumar sir. Welcome, please come. I think your mic is muted, sir.
Sir, I'm audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible and visible. It's very clear, sir. Very clear.
Okay,
sir. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for the invitation from the UL Space Club, and it was a wonderful pleasure interacting with you all. It's like, the age group from, I think, from we can say like 80 to some 5 or 6 year old. It's like, like many decades of gender, like age groups, we are participating in this webinar, I think. So it was, I'm going to mix it up both technical and also in a generic presentation. So thanks for a wonderful introduction given by your host. So I'm Jayakumar, so I'm working on mostly human spaceflight related activity. So that was my childhood dream, but now somehow I'm trying to realize some of the situations. So you can see here that it's me. This is the Soyuz Russian one, the Soyuz spacecraft, that training simulator that help you to dock to the International Space Station, something. So I majorly work with Russia, mostly on this developing the simulators with which is used by many astronauts. They fly to the International Space Station till today. So, and some of the active contracts is going on. So as from the Russian side. But now I'm interested to explain some interesting things that will really help you and to realize some of the space dreams, maybe the space missions or maybe astronaut. So as you know, India is also keen on human space flight, but still I would like to explain the ways how we can do some initial astronautic training, basically. There are the basic trainings. These are like analog astronauts. The people called like analog astronauts. The analog astronauts are working on simulated environment. For example, like they are wanted to work in space. For example, like International Space Station. So then there will be like kind of a chamber. And if you are working on moon mission, that will be a separate the environment that will be simulated, and you will be trained as an astronaut. So these are the initial basic training activity that we offer from Poland. And our portfolio is in general, I was a part of Google Lunar Express mission, that is a private moon mission that is going to the moon. So we tried to land on moon, but unfortunately we could not do it because of several factors, either finance and also in the sense of technology maturity is not, I mean, like vetted technology is not available, especially to land on moon. So there are some of the complications, but still we try to cover it up. And we're trying to engage with the part of Artemis from US, so with a separate mission, so that we are all planning. And especially for astronautic training, we have the base in Poland. So that was supported by national space agencies, and we run the several batches on Moon and Mars related astronaut training related activity, and that we organize some kind of the scientific research that you can able to publish as an article, and we try to produce some meaningful results for space station related activity. And another one is stratospheric mission. That is for children can build some small key satellites, or maybe small kind of any sensors, for example, radio sonde kind of thing, or maybe ozone sensor, CO2 sensor, something that we can put it into the chamber, and then you can able to fly up to 35 kilometers altitude, something. And this one is the, you can see the space station experiment. You can see the picture. This is the 3D bioprinter. This was this is an International Space Station that we were the first in world's first living tissue has been printed in space. That was the remarkable experience that we can say proudly we achieved it. So with the collaboration with the Russian Space Agency and S7 Space and 3D bioprinting solution, our partner, the one who originally developed the ideas, and we facilitated wonderfully. And currently we are working on small satellites that we use it to demonstrate small technological demonstration. For example, like a communications, or maybe you can find the space weather monitoring, or maybe do some any, for example, imaging, or maybe hyperspectral cameras, something like that. Some of the things that we can do. And next will be, we are working on small micro nano rover and lander actually. So we are with the partnership with the various countries and also the organizations, so that in under negotiations. And also we sell satellite antennas to European market. So these are the activities, and we are working on consulting services for Earth observation projects, for example, Cameroon and some kind of African countries. And we are also offering the space education for the kids camp and also children's camps, something like that. And for veterans, we are official partner with the Russian Space Agency. Like licensing, we can do the launch services, and also we can send astronauts to space. Actually, we have 4 tickets are vacant right now. Anybody interested, they can fly to the space. So that we can discuss separately. And we are also involved in human spaceflight, especially constructing the space station models, and especially in Soyuz related activities. Soyuz now it is upgraded to maybe it's like Eagle new spacecraft. That was Eagle is a new spacecraft that is after the Soyuz, and that may lead to moon mission is called Federation. So these are some of the space shuttles that we are working on. So mostly, like human spaceflight training is in general we can say there will be like a crew selection, and they offer the basic training. Basic training, as I mentioned, that we can offer in Poland as a basic training, and advanced training can be provided in the Star City in the GCTC. And specific training is it meant for handling the situations and doing some scientific activity. For example, medicines and maybe robotics or maybe any other biological things. So those kind of the experts, for example, if you wanted to organize some biological experiments, but astronauts they put into specific training to undergo some situations. And then next will be the crew readiness. So that will be human science and bioastronautics in general. So how many of you know, most of them, like Laika, the first dog into space, right? The Institute of Biomedical Problem. Okay, this is the institute where I visited in Russia. Is Mark Belakowski. So he's head of the laboratory for, like he's the one who giving the approval or maybe selecting the candidates, right candidates to fly to the space by. Yeah, so he will select the candidates who can fly to space. I mean, like his job is to understand the physiological and every, I mean, like related to all bioastronautic things. So he will be a selection person and related other activity, and rest will be the management will take it. So these three here. Here it means they spent 500 days in analog astronautic training center. Like for example, we simulated like entirely like a Mars related Mars 500 one of the project. They spent more than 500 days in completely they are in isolation from the physical world. You can see like how difficult, but they are really kind of really amazing guys. They are working on. Another one is my partner is in 𝗦𝗣𝗭, so he is in work specialist in human space flight, training the simulators that we do. And children, you might be read the news. If you are, the NASA is hiring some astronauts and some candidates, scientists who just sleep and you will get some good salary, like 50 lakhs or 50 lakhs, 1 crore or few crores, you will get some salaries like those. So this is the place actually, like what we do is this is experiment called a dry immersion. Dry immersion means it will be act you like a floating in a space like that environment. Okay. So here, this will create, normally we do as like take the volunteers or maybe the future astronauts. They undergo here the physical testings. For example, they will monitor your brain activity and the ears, how it's functioning and how your heart is functioning, how your liver is behaving and your bones and your muscles and your eyes, importantly. Okay. So these are the areas that we will monitor, and that will give the how readiness you are to fly to space like that. So we can able to simulate the changes in your body when you are in microgravity conditions that we can study. And this is me here, so you can see. Here, one of the future astronauts on the Russian side, a cosmonaut, you can say. So these are the doctors and examiners. So he's taking a dry immersion test. So it's like feeling like he is like floating in space. Okay, like kind of the feel. And everyone in your life there is a hero. So my hero is Dr. 𝗦𝗣𝗪𝗐𝗪𝗔𝗐. He spent around almost 747.59 days in space, and even in fact he lost contact from space station to the to Earth, and I thought he was passed away like that. But he could able to fix it up for every communication issues and he get back to the Earth. So he was one time of the time he is the world record holder, and he already traveled more than 515 million kilometers in space, and he's orbited 11,968 times. So it was just a great, inspiring story. But it's amazing. I'm fortunate to be having associated with them. And we offer at Analog Astronaut Training Center in Poland, from European Space Agency, Polish military, and military institute, and some of the candidates that work in emergency departments. They undergo Moon, Mars, and other space-related simulations, and they undergo. These are the training activity. This is for completely open for civilians and also for the children. So this is what we do in Poland. And we continuously working on the space-related activity, promoting in the space industry. On one side, on industry, another side, on promoting the STEM education. This is what we try to inspire the young generations. And this is some of the exploration strategies currently right now we are working on, like a 3D printing